Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl, Montique, Joy, and Callie. We are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 3. I think it was called Read It and Weep, because I guess it was kind of a play on the poor little cry book signing. But anyway, we are going to play our intro, and then we have a lot to talk about.
Now that's a picture.
Ain't that pretty?
Who is that one in the middle?
Yeah, she fine, honey.
All right, there we go. I'm like, is intro gonna leave? So how are you all doing? I was like, what's going on? How are y'all doing today?
I'm okay.
It's all right. What about you, Joy? You all right?
I am.
All right. So we were kind of talking before, and then I was like, oh, we need to go live and talk about this. So we just found out we've been blocked by a few people, and we don't know why. Like, what did we do?
I have no idea. Let's start with me.
Okay.
With this Huntsville show, I went to, somebody said something that Mel put on her Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to go look on my Instagram, and I looked on my Instagram, and I can't find her. And I'm like, how do you spell her name? About
Why you sent it to us? Why you spell her
like,
name?
no. And I'm like, she blocked me, which is so confusing to me because real talk, I don't like Instagram. I do have an Instagram, but I don't like it. And if you look under my personal page, you do see posts there, but it's from Facebook. Because one of the options that you have is what you post on Facebook automatically goes on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know how to open up messages. Somebody just recently showed me how to open up messages. People have been sending me messages for years. So I was sitting up here trying to think, well, what could I have possibly done on Huntsville? Because for the most part, prior to the season started, they were radio silent. Right. Until like the very end. They haven't really said anything. And the only thing that I could think of, because I don't go to Instagram unless one of the groups takes me there. Maybe it's a post and they're sending you back to, you click a button. And so I'm thinking the only one of them that I've even written anything on, and when I say many months, was Ariane. And when she had made the post about possibly feeling suicidal, I did go on there and say something. And it was mostly just positive things like, girl, keep your head up. Don't let this whatever. And I kind of agree with, and I said something like, and I kind of agree with you that, you shouldn't be the topic of conversation on TV and not be able to represent yourself. And that was pretty much it. I certainly didn't talk about Martell or her, especially in such a heavy situation about her.
So I don't know. Well, we got blocked by Heavenly, and I think it was when Callie
I gotta tell you about that.
Was it when, what's the white lady name? I hate to say that.
Yeah, her.
She did something. And Carrie,
that's when she called Dr.
Carrie.
Carrie. Okay, so Carrie called Dr. Heavenly's husband Dr. Daddy. Is that what it was, Dr. Daddy?
Girl, that long ago. That was like 2 years.
Yeah, she blocked us. I think she
wasn't that long, but she didn't. We've been blocked ever since. I checked last week. We're still blocked. So she she had been talking about the lady after that in a pretty bad way.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did was post a picture with an arrow pointing at Heavenly that said bothered, and then another arrow pointing at the other lady that said on the beach and unbothered. Okay.
Oh.
And they
And
both
we got blocked. And then
Carrie liked the
Coleslaw,
post, and then we got
Arion,
blocked
has
by
blocked us. And I don't even think we talk bad about her on Instagram at all.
I never have. I don't post.
I
I'm the poster.
understand.
So if you ever want to know who posted, I post on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, she's
Not
Twitter.
all the time, but I'm a Twitter girl. Who does Facebook?
Both of us do Facebook and
we
Instagram.
are Facebook and Instagram a lot of
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Because and most of the time I tweet on Twitter, I'm talking New Jersey.
Yeah.
Because I need some comrades. Them people on Twitter is hilarious.
And then TikTok people.
They quick.
I don't know.
I'll be back, you guys. Somebody's at the.
We need to let these people not stop blocking us. We love everybody. We just what we say. What you say, Joy? We don't something. We report.
Oh, we don't break the news.
Right.
We just repeat it.
We just repeat it. Right.
We repeat and
So,
record.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah,
It's all about
we
love.
We don't make up, and usually if they say, "Well, I heard," I usually say from the groups. I'm getting it from the groups. I don't like. I don't even like the idea of breaking news. It makes me feel funky,
Right?
Because even before we got together, there was a situation that was pretty breaking, and I broke the news and got scared and deleted it.
Mm-hmm.
And some people caught a glimpse of it. Was inboxing me like crazy, but I don't like how it feels. Because and it was true.
It was true, right?
It
so
comes to pass that it was true. But at the time, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know if it was true or not. Somebody was dropping something in my inbox, and I posted it. They literally was post. They sent it to me to post it, and I did, and I felt uncomfortable.
Well, hopefully we will not be blocked about a lot of stuff anymore because we just post stuff. We're fun. We're not. I don't even think we say anything degrading to be blocked. Right. So people just need to get out their feelings. I know COVID got a little people sensitive, but come on.
Yeah. I was. Well, I don't know if I finished this. One of the things that kind of bothered me because I was kind of bothered by Melanie blocking me because, like I said, I don't post anything on IG, period. Offensive.
Oh, Denise, you in Facebook jail again? She can't post. Child.
Lord,
Mel has blocked Joy.
One of the things that bothered me, I remember when Mel, you remember when Mel and Wanda was kind of having an exchange. They weren't really fighting.
Yeah.
And Melanie said, "Will you be liking her posts?" Talking about Arion. And I was sitting up there like, you think she watches posts on Arion's thing to know who's posting?
If she doesn't, she probably has someone that does it for her.
Somebody's coming back and telling her.
But that's weird. We're not like, and it's crazy because I don't want her to block me everywhere, but she didn't block me everywhere. It was like, it was something I did on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I have no idea.
And then
I have no idea. I don't say anything. I don't even know how to really use Instagram.
She don't think she said anything. Well, Heavenly blocked us and Arion blocked us.
Yeah.
As a group, as Chatter Up. And I'm sure we've been blocked by other people, but I don't know. We're just really nice. So I don't know.
That's why I said
they block us as if we don't have 20 other accounts. That's
right. That's true.
That's
okay,
true.
I'm like, come on, Dr. Heavenly. You know that.
I was like, well, go in under this account.
Yeah. Because I ain't never said nothing to Mel. I don't like it. I don't like Instagram.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. It's just not it's too many mistakes you can make. You can't edit anything. You gotta, I like the edit button. They say edit. You gotta.
But Instagram, you can't edit. You
go down and open up settings and move over.
It's a lot of steps.
Yes, it's just I don't like it.
You can't edit a picture though. Like I had to make a correction yesterday about the wine, where Martell named it after his grandmother, and I had posted that Martell named it after his mother. So I couldn't go and update another picture. I had to delete and repost.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Now we can update the wording.
But we can't check the picture.
But we can't update the pictures. Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
Go
wonder how people feel who was calling his wine incest.
I know.
Oh yeah. I felt.
Yeah.
So
I
is
felt
this
a
grandmama name
little-
Inez? Is that her name?
I think Inez.
Yeah. I
It's
did. I will say,
it's an
I felt
old
bad when I
name.
saw
It
that.
ain't no bad name. It sounds like an Alabama name.
It does.
My grandma's name was Bertha.
Right. Ugh. Well, I'm Ruth
I
the
felt
May.
bad when I did it. But I just love the way Martell's mom dotes over him. It just cracks me up.
And
Oh, yeah.
He loves that little boy. Mm-hmm.
have y'all, and she's off the show. This was so funny to me. I think it was Christmas last year. Martell had the kids, and I don't know if he rented a house or he got a new house, whatever, but he was in his house, and it was Christmas, so he had done a seafood thing. And he had this whole table. It seemed like something you see, you definitely would take a picture of. Like everybody who saw it immediately would take a picture. It was just a table full of seafood for Christmas. And Martell walked through the door and you could hear his mama running. She was like, "Oh, son, oh, this is so perfect. I couldn't have did it better." When I tell you that when people say he has an inflated ego, I say whatever you want. Martell didn't made a lot of mistakes. Even before he finished school. You gotta have somebody whispering, speaking that life in your ear. Yeah. And his mother spoke life in his ear. I think Mel did too, though.
And
but I think they spoke it to one another, and they're both kind of off right now.
Yeah, they both off.
Yeah, and they're both kind of off. And I'm not saying that they can't get that back, but yeah, they're.
But yeah, honey, she loves.
It's something when you got a mother like that. I don't like Kanye West. But if you watch a snippet of his documentary, you listen to his relationship and his rapport with his mother, and you're saddened that he lost that. He didn't just have a mother. She believed in him.
Yeah.
She knew all his rap songs.
That's a good mom.
It's different. Like, it's one thing to look at your kid and be like, yeah, that's my baby. I'm so right. And it's another thing to be like, dang,
that's a chilling.
Made that. And that's how she looked at him. She looked at him like he was a god.
Yeah, she did. She did.
And it was that rap with them in the kitchen. I was like, I cannot stand this food, but I had a million tears. Right?
I haven't watched it yet, but they said that he was the genius. For real, and the people who were his friends who recorded it knew he was going to be one.
Who?
Like, they knew it. Cootie and something. It's two guys that recorded it.
Kid Cootie?
Nuh-uh. It's two of his friends. I can't think of their names.
Yeah, he speaks like he's bordering genius or idiot, or he's an idiot. Like
insanity.
Or insanity, right?
Yeah.
And are we still talking about Martell?
No, both of them actually.
Okay,
both of them.
We were talking about Kanye West.
Okay.
But Kanye West, you really don't know which one it is when you watch an interview. And you know all that mess that was going on, and this Trump stuff, in my opinion, is on the idiot end. Yeah, because of even his conversations that he has, and he throws things in that just
don't make no sense.
Don't make no sense.
That's I know somebody like that, but I ain't gonna talk about him right now.
All right. Wait a minute. What are we? Love and marriage. Right. Love and marriage. Huntsville.
Okay. How would y'all rate the episode on a scale of 1 to 10? We do this before everything. On this one,
3. I was not impressed this week.
Me either.
It was just kind of lackluster. The only part I really enjoyed was Martell's mom, the way she loves her son.
Yeah.
And then when Melody was practicing her lines with her daughter.
With the baby. Well, she's not a baby, but to me she is.
I mean, I love that. But other than that,
the people who watching, how would y'all rate it? I give it like maybe a 4.
I thought I was finna go too low. I was gonna say about a 5, but I think I'm the highest.
It could be other things to open your mind instead of the brainwashed mess you've been taught. Martell is not a genius. Not even. We talking about Kanye.
We talking about Kanye West.
Y'all know what? Okay, so y'all
We
gave it
was
a
trying
five.
to give y'all a couple minutes to come on in.
Yeah, they coming. We got a few people watching.
Yeah.
So it starts off with I need to. I couldn't think of your cousins group. I was gonna share the name. I was like, I don't know the name. So we'll do that next week. Marceau and Maurice meet at Black, and I think Maurice said something to him that I thought was really good. He was like, "Tish is fine until she's not fine," and I still don't think he gets it though.
I think he gets it.
Impacts
he doesn't
her.
want to acknowledge it. He gets it though.
You
He's not gonna stand up and immediately admit when he's wrong, but he knows he's wrong.
No,
he gets
it. Did y'all hear Marceau say, "I've never been over there"?
Yes, when talking about the car.
Yeah, when Tisha asked him about the apartment. No, it was about the secret apartment. He was like, wait a minute. And then he began to say, if I went over there, everybody would know my card. I'm like,
it's
well, there was an apartment.
It's real. It's got to be real.
So it was an apartment.
Did you just drive in another car? Like, I mean, did you Uber?
Right. That was like, it's a whole bunch of things you could do.
Okay, because I didn't pick up on that part.
But it's crazy because I heard about the secret apartment a couple of seasons ago. That's something that, we just, that I didn't believe. I mean, it gets really, really deep. Was it y'all who we was talking to that was talking about the other guy? Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. I had heard about that too, that it was a whole bunch of, that wasn't just Martell's apartment. And see, this is the thing. All of them had that apartment. Yeah. Martell was a guy of means, but these were just regular dudes. You have to remember that Marceau, when they met, allegedly was a movie manager.
At a movie theater.
Yeah, he was a movie theater manager. These were just regular dudes putting in a little money. Martell came in with a little bit of means.
So the apartment was probably in his name because he could get it because he had the credit.
I have no idea, but I tend to think that apartment already existed. That when if you go back and listen to crazy stuff that we used to think was crazy
3 seasons ago.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It was 3 seasons ago. If you go back and listen to things that Mel was saying that we thought was crazy, because I know I said it was crazy, it makes sense now. Like them going out with them, and
she kept saying
they're trying to ruin, like they're the issue. Like there was a couple of episodes, most of us was like, girl, you stretch. How you gonna blame them for but it's something. And then there was the guy who got arrested for something inappropriate.
Right.
So and that they claimed that it was still a point back to this apartment, things that were going on in
that's where the parties were. That's where the bodies are buried.
Yes.
Marceau cheats smart because his side piece has a lot to lose. I'm just speculating. Or she's like, why would I mess up my good thing? Like,
let's be clear. Y'all keep forgetting this. That girl was quiet as a mouse.
Talking about coleslaw, Ariane?
Months.
Ariane?
Yes. When this show was out, she wasn't in them blogs saying, here I am, leaking stuff. As a matter of fact, when she was outed, she closed her Instagram for a minute. And she used to have a Twitter. And she said she claimed she never had a Facebook, but she closed down for a minute. Then she came out. I'm telling you, that's why she deletes. If you go on her account, she had a gang of pictures. That girl have about 8 standing up there.
She don't have nothing. And her YouTube is blank, like empty. Because I wouldn't look.
She used to have pictures of her daughter, because I've seen them. All of that stuff is scrubbed. So I mean. My point to saying that is that she didn't come out. She was kind of forced out.
She was forced out.
You know, when you got Funky Dineva, he claimed he's the one that exposed it. We already knew days before Funky Dineva because I thought he took the pictures from us, to be perfectly honest.
Probably from the groups.
Yeah, I'm dead serious because I knew. We already knew who she was. So I thought that he claims he's the one that broke it, whatever. So he breaks it. and everybody, because they knew what her first name was, because her first name was at the top on the picture, and somebody found her. And I'm telling you, hours later, by the time I read that post, she had already closed it.
That's awful. So you saying that as long as nobody outs, if allegedly if he has somebody, Marceau's whatever, then she gonna not be known.
No, and
okay.
This is really the same situation that Will Smith is dealing with, because we almost have to be crazy to think that Will Smith has been a perfect gentleman while Jada Pinkett has been up in these streets. Whoever he was messing with just didn't talk, and that Santana, whatever his name is, that little boy, young man that she was messing with, it was dropped her name to sell his new CD.
You talking about August?
August Alsina.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He has to drop her name to sell music.
You know, that just
I got her coming out on her own.
It's the same situation.
Montique, did you see that post, that comment I put on Instagram today on my personal account? Okay. If you ever get bored, it's about 4 paragraphs long. I think he is that was so tacky of August Alsina to do that. Yeah, because I mean, just like we've already said, Will's girls, whoever, girls, guys, whatever, that's on him. We ain't heard a peep out of them. You're going to get with the guy who's struggling with drugs and other issues, and there was no NDA signed. So you must have made him feel comfortable enough to assume he was going to keep his mouth shut. And then he knows he's dealing with some, at that time, top of the echelon people in Hollywood. Yeah. You're just going to be that bold, just going to throw that kind of gossip out there?
Yeah, I did see that. They tried to say he had a relationship with Dwayne. It was Charlize Theron. It was a few people that they showed. I think I sent that to y'all. Well, it was all the people he was supposed to have.
Who else was it? Okay, I know we ain't talking about that, but who else?
Oh yeah, we do need to stick to the topic. We're supposed to be an hour. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, because I'm gonna keep us on point today. All right. So, do you feel like Marceau owed Maurice an apology?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We expect that behavior from Martell. We expect that behavior from Martell, not from somebody else. It was wrong.
I'll even agree with that. Look, I'll leave it.
It was wrong.
Did y'all notice that? Because I did. When Marceau and Tisha was having a conversation, Marceau was saying that Martell called him, was like, man, I don't want y'all to break up, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
She was like, why?
It seems like, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually surprised that he would even give that to him. Because, you know, a couple of years ago, it was kind of, you got 20 girlfriends. Here's the thing. Whoever Marceau allegedly, if he got somebody out there, she quiet as a mouse.
She's real quiet. She probably got a house and everything. I wouldn't mess that up. But you know who did apologize?
I don't think they got money that long.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. I think these are two working.
Oh, I agree.
People, and I'm not saying that they're not doing well, but they aren't. They're not in the rich category.
But I thought that didn't they do like the apartment complex and do you not get money from that?
Well, you still gotta.
Did he just get a salary from that?
Right.
I don't know.
It was.
You still gotta wait for there to be a profit. If it's new, it's gotta be there for some years. You know.
You don't think he could afford $100,000 house for the
girl? I did think that about Martell and the. Allegedly, he bought Arion's house.
But no, I thought she was like on Section 8. No. I'm just asking questions.
I didn't hear it, but I mean, recently when she
bragged about her new house, that wasn't true, right? Out there. That he didn't buy her a house. Because
she said she didn't buy her.
He said she didn't.
Oh, okay.
She said he didn't.
Yeah. Because it seemed like it came right around the time when they got their new checks, and Martell was. So I was assuming maybe he just took $200,000 or whatever and bought her
from that check and bought her.
Yeah, a brick little house in the hood that could still look nice.
He better not. But she said he would build her
And
small
you know
cottage
what?
on
I
Top
did
Mountain.
wonder about that. Did anybody look up and see if they got a PPP loan? Because I
Oh, for
know.
Black?
No, the Holtz.
The whole, oh, they could have. Well, we need to look. I don't know how to look it up. Somebody do it.
I want to look it up.
I
either,
noticed
but
somebody in the group looked up Ebony's.
Yeah, Destiny's. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, not why do I
They
keep calling her
found her.
Ebony?
Well,
That's
hers was only
yeah.
like 25,000. It wasn't even a lot of money. Wasn't it like
Hers was,
20,000?
it was like under $20,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Hers
she can do
probably was forgiven though. But if anybody needed one, she was definitely justified because they
Oh, yeah,
definitely
she needed
closed those beauty salons and beauty supply places were just
Yeah, she
she was
needed
sitting, at
it.
the sitting on the porch waiting on somebody to drive by. It was quite sad.
That was
Yeah.
sad.
It was.
Look, let's see. But you know, oh yeah, but the apology. You know who did apologize to Maurice?
who?
Martell. He
He
said,
did?
I'm sorry that I even commented on that post.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
He apologized. Why
Good
can't Marcel
job.
apologize to his brother? I
Oh.
will say
Well, I
Marcel will
really
say
do-
when he wrong.
Marceau is like he said, he said he was gonna be the bad guy this season. One of the things that he posted like the week before the show came out was y'all not gonna like me this year.
Yeah, and I have not
He
liked him. yet.
said that. So
What
I
else?
think they're showing him in a negative way.
Mhm.
And I also think they are showing Mel in a negative way. Let me say this. When Marceau made that line and said, I've never been over there, and that something, Tisha caught that.
You see her eyes.
Yeah, Tisha's not as
Yeah.
as diggy as we think she is. She caught that. Like, I know that it was dramatic because of the music, but you could see her like, so it made me think Tisha got enough sense to not have this conversation on camera.
On camera, yeah.
That's all I kept thinking is she heard that. And her instinct immediately was probably say N-word, please. What do you mean that? But she has sense enough. I could be, this is just me. Look, I just happen to, I don't know. That's just how I felt. She has sense enough to, in my mind, to halt what her instincts wanted.
Because her face told what she wanted to say, though. I'm going to just say that. Yeah.
I would like to think that she's smart enough not to have the conversation on camera, but some of the things she likes to talk about as if she needs him to say a certain thing to make herself be less embarrassed on TV. Like, where would that story come from? Or, I mean, and how many, was it 20 or 15? Some of the questions she asked specific about it makes you think, well, do you really want to have this conversation on the camera? And then, other ways, like today, she's like,
and I think she sends her mama to ask some questions that she don't want to ask.
Yeah.
And he won't answer her either.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
I believe that, yeah.
So she said, Lou, what was up with Lou? I mean, I remember, I think, Joy, you said it was because of the pillow talk thing. But Louis was mad, man.
Yeah.
Was he mad, or was he just trying to showboat to make people think he wasn't soft? Was he really mad? I mean, because she looked at him like, babe, no, babe, as if, who are you right now? Like she had never really seen that side of him. I just wonder if he just needed to say or make it sound like he's not as professional maybe as folks might think he is, and that he can handle Marceau.
Because he said, I'll rock him. And I'm like, Lord, don't slap people.
Because when he said that, I thought, let me get up and get some dinner.
Don't slap people. We're going to say, don't Will Smith the people in front of
us. What's not on YouTube anymore? It's on Hulu.
I think she's saying the link doesn't work on YouTube anymore.
What link? Oh.
Yeah. Which we ain't going to talk about that too much because they might take it away from us. That's when I watch it.
What link? Okay, we'll talk later again?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Let's see what else I got. Marceau aggressive. Do y'all think Marceau was aggressive at the reunion to Louis?
No.
I think what really happened was cut. I think the good deal of it was cut because they have mentioned it every episode about whatever it was, it really ticked him out. We never did hear him say that they had a bad marriage. I've never
I
heard
didn't hear
Lou
that
say that.
either.
And I know it was Tisha that said it, but something it is their anger stems from the whole incident that happened in Vegas. That's
Yes.
really what it is.
That's where it stems from.
And for whatever reason, it's kind of silly. They just can't get back on the right page. But I think it has a lot to do with Lou. I think came in a situation like a boss, like we on the same level. Like, you don't know me enough. You gotta earn a space here.
Yeah,
you know he talks in a way of authority. He's his subordinate. It kind of sort of.
Yeah, because Louis was like
probably
he act like he don't know us. We've been knowing him. What is Monaco?
So I was shocked to hear that too. So they've known each other longer than just before the show. Sounds like.
I don't know what Monaco was. Did y'all know what that was?
I didn't.
Okay, I was like maybe somebody.
I was assuming it was a school
or
because I'm a little confused. I know they from Detroit, but I'm wondering at one point did they move to Huntsville? Because I was kind of wondering about that. Because
who's from Detroit? Lou?
Tiffany's from Detroit. Are they?
No, Marceau. Because I was thinking.
I mean, not Destiny. Ain't she from Detroit too?
No, she's
wherever Martell is from, I guess.
No, Destiny is from Tennessee.
Destiny? Because she's like, my Detroit, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm from Detroit. You know, she pulled that out when she was gonna fight
Tiffany did. You're from Detroit, Atlanta.
Well, Destiny lived. I don't know where she from. Really, she was living in Nashville.
Okay.
Before she married that guy.
So maybe Detroit, Nashville, yeah. Because she mentioned a whole bunch of cities. You just think you about it in every city you from or whatever. So what else we got? Works a lot. Okay, so we was talking about.
No, they don't. Nobody. You don't never hear. They only say that when a place got a bad rep. You don't hear nobody say, I'm straight out of Tuscaloosa.
Right. Straight out of Nashville.
Right. That ain't no bad place to live.
Right.
So what did y'all think about Mel and is her name Mariah in their little audition room? I thought that was really a sweet little thing.
And her daughter just looks at her with such pride.
Her daughter looks just like her.
Her daughter looks just like grandma to me.
You think she looks like somebody?
Can I be negative Nancy here?
Yeah, you're supposed to be. We need one.
Yeah.
Here comes negative Nancy. Okay. I kind of noticed.
Oh God.
That when Mel has,
where's my Bible?
When she films with her children, her activity still is surrounded around her. When Martell,
what do you mean? What is
the activity? Even when her daughter was still surrounded around her, she was auditioning for a movie. Her daughter was helping her, but she was.
But that's what her daughter wants to do.
That's what they were doing the same thing.
It's surrounded around her.
And her daughter, they both.
And when Martell has the kids and do things with the kids, it's surrounded around the kids.
What does Martell have to inspire them to do something?
Surrounded around the kids.
Well,
put this label on the wine bottle and show them how to put a label on the wine bottle that he didn't even make. Like
first of all, he has some film with the kids.
Well, that's because it sounds to me he didn't give Melody enough time to get their hair done. Mm-hmm.
But we gonna get on that. Let's not jump. Let's stay on top. Yeah.
Joy Beast.
But I feel like that was a great scene because
I thought it was too.
When you have a child, and even if you're a working mom, you do have to incorporate them sometimes into your work. So if you take your child and you show them what you're doing and show them the action behind the progress in your life, they can see, oh, my mom's working. This is what I got to do to take care of myself. She's doing something. She's following her dreams. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do for your children. You're supposed to let them see you and incorporate them into your goodness of your life. Like I think that's a great thing.
So do I.
Especially if she wants to be an actor or anything like that. I mean, she ran her lines with her and she was like, my baby reads so well. Like she I mean, I feel like
You ain't got convinced Joy. Joy know we talking truth.
So what does Callie got you laughing?
I
Callie,
was laughing. He's sitting up here talking about her baby read well. I was sitting up there saying she ain't laughing. She should.
but not when you're running lines. It's totally different from reading a book than
That
running
was
lines
only
for
11.
somebody
I thought
because
she
you
was a little
have
older.
to play off of
Or
somebody.
12. That's even worse.
No, but no, you do have to. Everybody's not a good actress. Everybody can't act, read lines, and respond and react
Did y'all
at
read
a
what
good
Denise
level. That's what
exactly,
she's saying.
Denise?
She's not saying she can read a book well. She can read the lines and follow the directions of the script well, is what she was saying. My daughter
Not
did
your
theater,
children to
so
write a
that's how
book
I
to
know
help
what she
you get
meant.
off your feet. Denise is typing in some comments that are factual.
Now you
Yes.
said, child, we gonna get there in a minute.
So how
We
the
didn't
heck
get-
is
we
that
gonna get
centered
there.
on
Okay,
the
let's
kids
hurry up.
and
Let
not
me
on
move on.
Martell Joy? I don't even know.
Um,
Joy ready.
so she said she works a lot, depend on anyone, she'll
Shut
chase
up.
your dreams and goals, be a strong woman, and you can be independent. I thought
My
that was
husband said, "Oh Lord, that's kind of toxic, ain't it? You always talking about toxic. That's kind of toxic." I cringed when she said that.
really.
Yes.
Oh,
What? What?
I did because that lesson that she gave has to come with balance.
she didn't say you don't need a man. She said
I
you can
didn't.
do it
I know
with
she
or
didn't.
without a man.
So what-
That is the balance.
What
Like
was
you
off
can be
balance
your
Not
own
the
woman.
balance.
What
You
was off
can't.
balance
You
What do you
about
say
can't.
to
You
your
don't.
daughters then?
You
I mean, I
don't.
just
You
want to know.
don't grow up with the.
I mean, like,
Can I finish?
Go
In the
ahead.
conversation that you're having with your children, they don't go off the assumption. They go off actually what they hear. The assumption is if she's not saying this, then she's saying this. But what you whisper in your children can manifest. So if you're telling your child, you while I agree that you should teach a child to grow up with a self, to be able to be independent, to be able to take care of yourself, there's nothing wrong with having a partner to bring that to another level. I just think that everything has to have balance. And what we interpret as, I get what you're saying when you're saying, okay, you just want them to be able to be self-sufficient. You just have to balance it. It's nothing wrong with a partnership either.
But she didn't make it sound like it was something wrong with a partnership
she
to me.
didn't.
He didn't.
Okay.
She just said,
But like I said, it has to come with balance. I had a husband that just happened to walk by. He don't know the context.
we watched it together,
He
and
don't
he
know the
was like, that is
context. He don't
amazing.
know. Well, he's watched enough of the show, but he don't know the
I guess-
context of what she was saying. He just said, "Ooh, that could be kind of toxic." And I said, "Well, I don't think that it's kind of toxic. I just think it has to come with a balance."
She said it with or without. Nothing is wrong with that. I bought my first house instead of waiting on me to have a man and about to buy
Nothing
second.
wrong with
Why
it.
wait? You can do it with the. That's what she said. She was like,
I
I
don't
want
see
her to
nothing
see.
wrong.
She said, chase your dreams and follow your goals. I don't. The kids saw balance when the Holts were married. Well, I guess that, I don't know. I didn't think that was toxic. I thought that was the sweetest little moment, but I don't know. I mean, no.
It was sweet. I didn't notice anything really off balance about it, or she was having a great conversation with her daughter.
And she was like, and what do you want to do? And she was like, I want to play tennis. She's like, oh, I need to give you some private lessons. Like, she was encouraging her to find out what she wanted to do and telling her, I'm going to support you in it. I thought it was sweet, but
I thought it was too, because some parents might quickly say, girl, you ain't Serena or Venus.
Right.
But she didn't. She said, well, then maybe we need to get you a coach.
We need to get you a private coach, and I'm gonna pay for it.
It was great. It was positive.
So we talked about the Inez wine. It's named after his grandmother, and he wanted a sweet wine because him and Mel used to like a sweet wine, and they could never find it, and now he's gonna make it, and hopefully he'll send her a bottle, and she'll like it. But we shall see. So, do I have a picture of the bottle?
Who was that comment from that just fell off the screen?
He doesn't drink. He said something like, although I don't really drink.
But I think he liked that wine. Him and her liked that
He
together.
did.
Yeah.
She and they liked, because it was probably a dessert wine or something.
Yeah. So it's Inez. It has a
I was saying,
a gold chain on it. That's all I
did he
want to know.
say he drank it or he didn't? Because what's the name said he doesn't drink.
I don't think he
last
drank
week.
like gin and tonic and Hennessy and bourbon, and he drinks like fruity drinks. Like he might get a daiquiri. It's okay. And that's the wine. If y'all want it,
Good
but
for
why
him.
the wine got a gold chain? I don't understand. Is that what his
Yeah, well,
grandma wore?
maybe it's similar to one that his grandmother used to
Oh,
wear.
his grandmama chain. Okay. Let's see. He needs to be drink with his behind. Oh, y'all just Lord. Okay. So anyway, we talked about the mom being encouraging, and she's like, "That's my baby. He's so good to people." And I'm like,
was she getting a little tipsy? I really enjoyed that moment because she had like 5 shots back to back. And he kept saying, "Mom, I don't know if you'll be able to taste right if you keep drinking." She just said, "I got this." Okay.
Who said that?
The mama. He said that to her. She
That's
kept
the
mixing them
conversation
up.
they had.
And he was like, "Mama, I need you to tell me which
And
one
she
you
was like,
like."
"Get your nose away from my wine. I got this." Mhm.
Why was people talking about her hair? Was something wrong with her hair? I didn't see
Yeah,
no
a little
wrong
bit,
with
but look, I like that. You know, let me tell you why I like that.
That's the real moment.
That's the real moment.
Right, I like that.
I thought that was the bomb because clearly her track was like standing up on the
Are you
side.
serious?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I didn't
see it.
That means her mom is a normal. She is not trying to front because of her son.
She don't come through like Wanda J. Blige.
Oh, not with the finger rolls. Is that what they call finger wave?
Yeah, there will be no finger waves today. Okay.
I did not notice her hair. I thought her hair looked just like a little black woman with a bob. I'm gonna have to go back and
the other thing I noticed was her makeup, which I clearly can't talk about because I don't even know how to.
I don't even know how to wear makeup, right?
But everything was normal, Mom, and I love that, as opposed to what the girls on the OC taking their moms to get facelifts and stuff.
Yeah, and she just live in a normal little neighborhood. Like you can see her neighbor across the street. Surprised they don't be like, "Hey, Mama,
She
they probably
babysit.
I don't drink sweet
wine."
wine.
I don't. Guess what? That's what I was saying with Joy. Like he don't drink like brown liquor, but he probably drink
I don't like wine really.
Because he said him and Mel like this sweet wine, but every time he tried to go get it, it's sold out. So he had to make it.
So do you think he's considered maybe doing a what do you call after you drink your liquor, a chaser with maybe something from him and Ariane?
What now?
I don't even know what that is. I heard you say him and Ariane.
I didn't hear what you said.
What do they call it? You know, chase it down with something.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, like the chaser.
Yeah, so he had the good thing that gave him good memories. But then, according to, I'm just gonna stop because it's gonna take a long time to get that one right. Okay.
He sold out. He sold out on Mail Is Over. Hey, Carla. Okay, so let's go back. I want to talk about Tisha and the mom when they were sitting down because they were talking about he don't know how to do s'mores and all that. And I love the scene with the kids. What do y'all think? I love seeing those types of things. Because I don't think they've really showed his son, did they? Until now?
Yeah, they've seen him. I didn't even pay attention to that part. Sorry.
You didn't really?
I didn't.
Y'all didn't pay attention to the kids?
It was boring. It was hard for me to stay focused. So I kept going back because I thought I focused on what I thought might come up on the call. I didn't necessarily.
Y'all ain't right. Tish be trying. Okay, so this was my moment where Tish was like,
I noticed because I remember thinking that little boy don't ever be on the screen.
And I felt like he was really proud of his parents. Like, you have this, and you do this, and you're an entrepreneur.
But I wasn't paying attention to what they said. I have no idea what they said.
You know what?
I remember saying
this segment's over. You know what? This segment is over. I can't even talk about the kids. Okay, so here was my moment where Tish was like, "Is Africa safe for kids?"
I couldn't have with her in that conversation. That's why I didn't.
You don't get children in Africa, MJ.
And then the little child was like, "And there's water too
in Africa too."
You know what? Tisha is really hurt behind that African trip.
Degrees. Did he say that?
That's somebody else, I think.
Oh.
Tisha is really hurt behind that African trip. She just, she is.
Wait a minute. Okay. What? So when my husband heard that, he said he went by himself. And he had no phone service.
In Africa.
In Africa?
But what's so crazy
You
is
sure he went by himself?
he went there. What's so crazy is he said, I went to Africa so I could think about spending time with my family. Did y'all catch that?
Yeah.
Did you catch him say that? So he went all the way to Africa without his family to think about spending time with his family.
But it was
Make it
sad
make sense,
for me
Martha.
to continue to hear Tisha try and talk about it with the kids as a way to make her feel. Yes, he went along, but it was just to see what we need to do when we all get there type thing. It was the craziest conversation ever.
I don't understand.
It's like, come on, Tish, just stop.
I wonder how long he was gone, because that ain't like no 3 days.
No,
trip.
you don't
Right.
stay for 3
It takes
days.
3 days
That's
to get
right, ain't
there.
no joke.
Right, so I
He was
know.
there for at least 2 weeks. It ain't
He
right.
had to be. Because you got to get certain shots and everything to go over there. Like,
Yeah.
you just, that's how a good time is.
Yeah. You're probably right, Denise.
I
He
don't
had a good time in the
understand.
motherland.
He said, I took a vacation without my family to reflect on my family. And now I know I need to spend time with them.
See, he was doing so good too.
The way that
That's
Tik
just
lets
ain't
him
it.
say this kind of stuff makes me mad. Because they don't make sense to me.
The way she tries to cover it up.
Yes.
It's like, Tisha, just stop. Come on.
That's why I wonder, is she, I don't know, maybe, the first year they say is probably the most authentic year in reality TV. You think maybe Tish is trying to hold some things back? Because I have a hard time believing Marceau went to Africa. I'm just gonna be honest. I just
alone. You mean?
Yeah, I
went.
believe he went at all.
He took pictures and everything. He said his phone worked for him to send her the pictures.
That's why him and what's her name?
pictures
Monique
at?
Samuels.
On
was
his
like,
Instagram,
he
people
went to-
said they
went
knew
to
he was in Africa. I don't follow him though.
Wait a minute, he actually posted pictures.
Yes, he posted pictures on Instagram.
That's what I was say. I guess because I'm in Marceau's in like 4 groups. I'm in. Y'all think I'm in a lot of groups. He in almost
He's in all of them.
And I don't
Right.
he posts all the time. It just
because
seems
some
like
people are like, I'm not shocked he was in Africa. He posts pictures showing he was in Africa. I think they showed some of the pictures on
But
the
did he
show.
really have to try and say something to Monique Samuels? Did y'all see that back and forth?
Yeah, but they said they were playing, but I don't know if they were, because Monique posted something about her family all in Africa, and he was like, so,
Yeah,
and then
like
she
it's
was
really
like, well,
not a
next
big
time
deal.
take your, never mind. And then she was
Okay,
like,
so I don't think she was playing. That's not a playful thing to say.
I don't
It's a
think so
truthful thing. But Marcel didn't. He just forgot who he was sending that to.
Because Monique will fight you, okay? She
is
ain't
Marceau, is he
3 minutes.
He don't have a mark by him? Don't you supposed to have?
I don't think he's verified. I don't even know
Okay.
if Tish is verified. I don't think Destiny is either. Only a few of them are.
I would love for you talk about a good conversation. I would love to see Marceau, Martell, and Maurice talk about the slap. And
yes,
I would love to hear 3 men just, and we got the male chauvinist, the level. I would love to hear them talk about just that, their reaction.
Well, honey, you gotta hear Shannon Sharp talk about it. He was like, he said he didn't punch him, he slapped him. And when you want to disrespect somebody, you say, I'm gonna slap the S out of you.
Yeah, that was a trip.
That was a disrespect. He meant that. So I was like, he said, and I would have whipped his butt. And I'm like, I think a lot of people would have or tried. So I'm happy it was Chris Rock and they didn't fight. I thought she was going to hurt him. Tish, the way she looked at him, even when he was like, and Martell told me that I don't need to mess up my marriage. And she like, why would he tell you that? Like,
I was actually surprised by that look too. Yeah. I was. I'm like, what was the meaning of that?
I just wish Tish was just a little bit different. Just not ask certain questions. Just make us think you don't know what you're doing. But I don't know.
But I think her makeup and everything is so great this season. Like, I cannot say her hair, her makeup, her everything.
Tisha don't even need no makeup.
Yeah, she just looks great.
I wish she wouldn't wear it because it looked heavy to me.
It doesn't look as the wrong color.
I'm watching the first season. That's why I know it's authentic.
Yeah,
she got a lick of makeup on her whole face, and I was like, her face is perfect.
Yeah.
But I think she was using the wrong color makeup too, and now maybe she found the right
and
one.
then bright pink.
It was too light, yeah.
Girl, I be wanting to say, leave them the best makeup you could ever have, and I don't even like. Well, Monique has some of the best makeup I'd ever seen. Because whoever her makeup artist is understands that less is better.
It's more. Yeah, you need
right. Unless you go into a carnival, you don't need all them weird looking colors.
Not a carnival.
And
I agree.
Monique's dollar makeup say
dollar store, yeah.
But that's okay. She didn't need it.
She didn't.
She really didn't need it. Her face is really her hair looked healthy. It was an authentic year.
Her skin looked healthy.
But Melanie don't wear a lot of makeup either.
And they don't need it. But they say that they have to wear it on camera because it will wash them out. But I don't think they was washed out first season. That they didn't.
I definitely don't see it. They had some really good skin out because I don't even think Kimmy really wear makeup.
Kimmy don't really need it.
Yeah. No, none of them need it. I'm saying I don't think they even wear it.
Wear it. So what do you think? Because that was a post, and I wish I would have got it. Where someone said, "Who waits 7 years to get married and 3 years for a honeymoon?"
They was talking about
Kimmy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think
maybe they didn't want to put the money there?
You think they didn't have the money then?
Well, they might.
He was still in law school, right?
Yeah, but there was a lot of other stuff going on. Maybe they just didn't want to take it away because all this happened now after he graduated, after her son has graduated. So maybe it really was just about timing. You know, he had to get his weekend trips in Atlanta privately. He didn't have time for a honeymoon.
Oh, well, Destiny don't need to wear tight clothes though. But okay, you know what, Carla, that ain't nice.
I don't. Does she wear tight? I didn't notice.
I think Destiny and Tish both wear some of the tightest clothes.
I do notice Tish, maybe just because she's a little, just a little bit bigger, but I haven't noticed.
Yeah, she's a little curvier.
Yeah.
She's not fat or anything.
No. They're all cute. They're fine.
I was trying to think, where's that picture that you gave me? So
with the girls dressed. Look at that.
They're BFFs. I don't think that she would buy a dress from her. Do you?
Do you guys like the gloves? I mean, I wouldn't wear that. Is it winter? I mean, I don't know.
Look, it might have been. They did this like in December.
Girl, this shirt look hot as hell.
Red, actually.
The red one with the bloom, so clearly that was on Valentine's Day. It's like, do you need all that on Valentine's Day? I mean, because it's not as cold then. I don't know.
Do you think that Tish would buy a dress?
Yes, it is. It's still winter there.
It's still winter in Huntsville.
Is it? Okay.
I mean, no. It's
I don't know though, because
I mean, right now, but in February, yes. I remember when I lived in Alabama. I don't know why it stands. I was in the 7th or 8th grade, and it snowed on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
I had a little boy. Well, I had a friend.
Oh, you had a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to go to school. Look.
I'm thinking of a Valentine's Day as an elementary student. I remember being.
Oh, it got coming.
But anyway,
I don't know though. It's cold in February. Sometimes it depends.
The snow melted that day, but we didn't go to school that day, and I remember because I was mad.
She had on one last year. They was friends too, probably.
Yeah, people are talking about Tish in them shorts. I don't know. But anyway, so let's get to the good stuff. Where we at? There's no.
I thought we were done with the good stuff. What else happened?
Okay, so let's get to the Martell Hope book signing with the children. What do you all think about the whole situation? So
I think she does not need to be given 24 hours notice. That her kids need to be somewhere at a book signing, and she got four kids. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think
that's what I think.
People who's watching, I need y'all to.
Failure on his part to plan is not her emergency. What's the saying?
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Joy.
Then I'm gonna go next.
But I think that Martell took an opportunity and he trusted so this was either a pop-up
he
shop
didn't talk
or
to her.
convention.
There was no trusting that
it was either a pop-up shop or a convention. So
gotcha.
This wasn't his date that was set.
That's not what I heard, but go ahead.
It's
I heard it
not
was
his
his
debt.
friend, and it was his friend throwing an event, and he.
Okay, right. That's a no.
Right. So,
You book an event, but it's
right.
something that he didn't do. I do vendors. You know, you go place, you sell stuff all the time. You know that
Right.
in marketing. So you don't set those dates. Those dates are set, but you do have to book it. So I get
Right.
that, and that he booked it on the week that Mel had the kids. Now,
Right.
do I think Mel was obligated to take the kids? No. And for that, she kind of sort of gets a pass. But this is the reality. As a mom, if my kids were authors and
Mhm.
and as an educator, and those two are former
Hey,
educators,
JJ.
elementary school educators, you know,
That can't pass a test.
they both understand.
That's just me.
Trust me, he could pass the test if he
He
could
didn't pass
He
it.
cannot. Some people ain't good.
he may
Listen,
not
stop.
pass
because you're
that
an
test,
educator don't mean
but
you're good at
if
testing.
he can pass the teacher's test, he can pass this. Is my point.
Well, why won't he pass it?
The elementary education one is no joke. It's ridiculous. I don't even know. It would take me
But you
more
sure
than
Mel
more.
didn't take it for him? Did Mel take it for him?
You absolutely cannot. Not even
Okay,
in the
because I
90s.
watched the show where some people was paying people to take their
Martell
test.
had no
Go ahead.
business.
You can't do that. Not even in
What
the
was
90s.
Sandy's? What did Sandy's message just say?
But what was
Sandy's
my
trying to
point?
get in. I'm gonna let her in and say.
Martell had no business scheduling any. Thank you.
But keep
But
on,
I mean,
Joy.
I'm not saying that he should have, but I could see him wanting to take the opportunity. But when it all boils down, I still don't see what's wrong with her texting back saying no. I wouldn't have left him in limbo.
Well, here's the quote
because
that I was looking
she it appears that she had a legitimate answer, and this is why I think that she didn't. I'm sorry, thought I was. You know, there was a death in my family, and we going down to such and such and such and such.
Right.
He would have taken it. He may not have liked it. He may have canceled, and he could have gone on with the day. But if you that's a legitimate reason. Uncle so and so died. I'm taking the kids down such and such. It's nothing wrong with saying. That's what I didn't understand.
What do you not think? Say you somebody send your email because I may not need to tell my business. But when you don't,
check your email every day.
I'm not gonna say because then people at work might know why I don't answer sometimes. But she need to text him or talk to him on her week. She got her kids, so there's nothing to talk about. He doesn't.
It wasn't that it was anything to talk about.
So she ignored him.
He could have eased. She had a. That's the part that I don't understand. If my kid, if your husband is trying to get those kids back, and you just had death in your family, that's a non-starter.
Okay,
what's wrong with saying? But see, that's why I'm sitting up for thinking she's trying to make these deaths seem like they just happened. I don't think they did. Because
somebody in the family commented. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute.
It was her mother. I'm not saying that these people didn't
Vanessa,
die.
that person was
I'm
Victoria.
just saying that they didn't die that weekend, or the funerals wasn't that weekend, that she had decided to go on down there, which she's absolutely, it's okay. But I just don't see why texting or sending an email, no, I'm sorry. You know, I'm taking the kids down such and such this weekend.
But why would you have to do that? See, I don't understand.
If you send somebody an email,
I have one question, Joy.
All you doing is saying no.
I have one question for you.
Has he done another book?
Has he done another book signing on his week with them? It's been December to now. Have we heard of any other? If this is so important for his kids to have a book signing, has he done any other book signing?
No idea.
You think he wouldn't have posted it?
From
December to January, February, March,
and the only reason why I'm saying I don't know legitimately, they're not posting anything about the kids. Neither one of them.
He just posted a thing with them riding their bikes and him holding a little Maverick just today. He posted about the kids. He posted about the birthday party where he did something with them, and it was a video a few weeks ago. He's posting about the kids. The only thing I have to say is this was not an exclusive event. This wasn't a Barnes and Noble, even a book signing at a bookstore where people who read books and will probably buy it. This was an event where 20 people were there and 10 of them was his family members. He could have that book sign in his damn backyard. It was not a lifetime, once in a lifetime event. He could have done this again already. I just don't understand why people are so mad when this man has not scheduled another book signing with his kids since December 11th. And it's April 3rd. If he need me to be his manager, I can find him an event tomorrow if it's his weekend. And he can have one with them. And it'll probably have more people than the one that he was at.
I don't know what you leaning in for. Like you make the
I'm just trying to figure out because you acting like this is like.
Look, you can do all that if you want to. I still stand on what I said.
Joy said you better lean
back.
Another one. Like,
I mean,
I ain't gonna snap like Will Smith. I don't hit people.
When it all boils down with all of that you said, I still stand on. If somebody sent you an email 2 days ago or 3 days ago,
common courtesy,
all she had to say is no.
Why? It wasn't his week.
It wasn't about he asked her a question. You can't respond.
But I don't have to time. People ask me questions and I don't want to do something. I'll be like, girl, I don't want to do it.
That's what it's
my
about.
Non-response is a response.
That sounds bitter.
My non-response is a response.
Sounds bitter.
Either I didn't see it or I ain't going.
That sounds bitter.
But it's not
bitter. He bitter because he planning to y'all women who feel like, oh, I'm gonna use my kids to make y'all feel like I'm a good dad and she's a bad mom and she won't film with me, so I'm gonna force her to film with me because I'm gonna schedule this during a week where she has to bring the kids or be involved in some kind of way to control her. I don't care what y'all say. This man could have scheduled another book signing the following week. These events happen every weekend. You can find a pop-up something every weekend. You can look on Facebook right now in your city and find something where you can have your kids put their product in.
Or just go to parentcalendar.com. Sign your little event up.
I don't understand why they are putting so much weight on this one book signing that didn't have no people at it.
Now, you know what? I didn't, is there a lot of negative stuff that's being written about this part? I haven't seen it.
It's balanced. It's some people who saying it was her week, and then it's some women, and it's the ones who really like Martell. Like, oh, she's so bitter, and oh, she's so this.
Don't get bitter from her.
It's not
bitter. I'm telling you, what looks bitter to me is not even respond.
Right. It's even if it wasn't. I mean,
for me,
it's not filming with him. That's why she's not filming with you.
Stop setting things up.
She's
to
not.
Get her in his
Why I think it's
because so why wouldn't an email? That's what I was saying. Then if you're not filming with him, you don't film an email. He would have just received it.
Seems like good point, JJ Bell.
And he would have had to come up with something else to do.
I'm gonna tell you why she didn't respond. Because he would have put, look, I invited my kids to this thing, and Melody sent this
and you
email,
think that was better?
No.
And you think that was better?
And she don't have to respond to him. Either way, she's going to be wrong, is my point.
No,
either way, email answer or not.
There is not a person in this world.
It's going to be wrong.
There is not a person in this world that had she sent Martell an email, she said, well, Melody claims she's going down there to see her family because so-and-so died. And she's talking about the death of her family, and people would have said, well, I mean, if she died, that would have it wouldn't have even what he would have said would have been illogical. That's not what happened.
In the groups, and people don't care. They was
like,
she didn't know. The kids probably didn't know them people.
She didn't. She really didn't.
The kids probably didn't know the person who died.
You know, Martell is illogical. It's really nothing to fight about. It's just a fact. Joy, he wouldn't care. I mean, he's still going to do whatever he can to ask her all kind of crazy questions, just like JJ Bell. Thanks for commenting, JJ. Mentioned, I have to 100% agree. He's going to do all that just to make it look like Mel is not being supportive of their situation.
He will. He's going to use, and it's in writing too. She said no to me. Like, you have to, when you're working with people who are trying to manipulate other people against you, you have to be careful.
But even if she had said no, and he would have said it, she would have had. Even this is the part that, for whatever reason, I don't know why it's not computing. But you're correct. If she had just responded and said no, or I'm going with my, I'm heading down such this weekend, so they ain't gonna be able to make it. he either would have had to figure out something else to do to film. And even if he had played it out, she had kind of gave hints that there was death in the family, although it didn't seem like these deaths were recent deaths. She
Okay,
just mentioned that they were a month apart.
This is the person whose daddy died. And it's not her mother. Her mother's Vanessa. This is Victoria.
They said the children did not get
the children. They was a funeral the week before. It was Martell's week. She said
I
she didn't say
read
Martell, and a funeral is a special event. What he had was not. A funeral is probably a special event where the courts would be like, okay, but she didn't even ask. The cousin funeral on the 11th because it was Martell's
Because
week.
she was probably a funeral that they wouldn't have taken their kids to anyway.
But she still could have took them and somebody watched them.
Maybe if that's together. What she wanted, but if it was never a situation if that was a possibility, I don't see anything wrong with not wanting to take.
But then her dad's funeral was on the 18th, so it was another funeral. Mm-hmm. And it was Mel's week, so she took her kids. Okay. This family member said that there were 2 Saturdays back to back. I know because one was my father.
So nobody's doubting that these people died.
But this lady had to go. Yes, they were. That's why that lady said, no, what you're saying is not true. It was people in there saying that did not happen.
Well, if they're thinking, I don't believe you make up deaths.
We're talking about Martell, though. I mean,
but we're talking about Melanie is the one who's actually said that I don't think that people would make up. You think Melanie would make up that she had deaths in the family and didn't? This wasn't Martell. This was 100%.
No, that's why I don't think Melanie would make it up. I don't think Mel would make anything
up like that. So I never doubted that there were deaths.
That's just going to follow the paper and make adjustments where they can. But both people have to be willing to be adults. We know they're parents, but can they both be adults?
No.
Martell has in many ways proven no, he can't.
And the manager even was like, Martell, you have to understand, this was her week. His manager was even like, look, you're divorced. Welcome to divorce. This was her week. She doesn't feel safe with you. You have to wait. This is new to her. You have to wait till y'all get to this place. The manager didn't even expect the kids to be there. So I don't
just wish it hadn't even come up on there. The only reason it was brought up on TV is to make Mel look like she was not being cooperative in their relationship of co-parenting. So I wish he should have never been brought up, if you ask me.
Yeah, they're not mature enough for this. And I don't know why he thought they were. Neither one of them are. And if you talk about, because people are talking about, on her weeks, she is working and her family members is watching them. Martell, it was his week. And he was at a concert with his girlfriend. And nobody had said anything about that. Who was watching their kids? But she worked and y'all mad that she was at work and her family member watched the kids. I just don't get it. Like, he can do all these things and people are excuse it. But because she's a mother, and we've talked about how women are treated differently than men, it's not okay. And I don't know. I just feel like if he would have done a whole bunch of more book signings, and they would have been like, Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm so sad I missed that first one. I'm happy I'm at this one. I'd be like, oh, the kids, they didn't even talk about the book signing. I don't even think they knew they had a book signing. Nobody even, the kids even say anything about a book signing on the show?
No.
I don't even think they knew they had it. Maybe he was going to surprise them. Not shake a tail, feel them. But anyway.
Okay.
Sandy wants to come in, so I'm going to let her in. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, I'm nervous.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, everybody. I love this show. I miss you guys. How y'all doing?
We're good. How are you?
Oh, goodness. I love your voice. It's just the best.
Thank you. You know, with Martell, he's always got this power struggle thing going. He knew very well it wasn't his weekend.
Yeah.
But he likes to seem like he's the saint, and it's Mel, the one that's so uncooperative. That's a bunch of bull. You know, he could have scheduled another book signing, but he wanted to show her off in an unfavorable light. But Mel has gotten smarter because she knows how to avoid him like the plague. She's got a track phone. It's only on when necessary. Cut him off. That's what you have to do with toxic personalities. Unfortunately, she's divorced from the father of her children. So he's going to have to live with that. And I agree with, I say high five. Go on, girl. Ice him, okay? He deserved every bit of that and more. She should give him the finger. No. Get gone, okay? And so he got embarrassed in public when there need not have been that. He could have rescheduled that. Well, that wasn't a hi-fi book signing. He could have tabled it for the next week.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, it was like less than 12 people there.
It was nobody there, but people he knew.
I was trying to be nice.
And everybody came up and said, "We're the babies." They didn't want to see him. They did not want to see him. Now, if he was smart, I like the fact that he has a new manager, but she better keep up with his schedule, okay? And make sure that he never schedules anything on the alternate weekend, okay? Only on his around his weeks.
Don't he have a calendar that he posed for? Does he not know the dates are in calendars?
That's a pose.
Who knows it?
I mean, I'm just asking.
Wait, is this for sale yet?
What is his calendar?
Let me look for his calendar. Is it up for sale? Let me see.
I don't know. Does anybody know if he took the kids to Canada? I found it on Amazon, and I'm gonna promote his book because I have nothing against Martell, but it's on Amazon.
Well, yeah, you need to help him because he needs money.
And it is. Let me take this banner off so people can see how much it is.
Plane ride to Canada, $6 on Kindle.
Send out in $12.99 paperback.
Do you guys like Kindle? I can't.
I don't like reading on
Andy
Kindle.
Cohen's book on Kindle.
And it's
I don't like it. I like
it's
the
42 pages, and I don't know. I didn't see anything on the inside. I probably could have, but this is their book, and it's only 3 of the kids. It's not all of them.
Right.
That I guess the other 2 may be too young to help write it, but
Right.
Y'all go buy his book. It had good reviews.
Right.
The mom also has a book. I think she wrote it herself though. And her book did come out before his. I looked at the dates. But
that's cute.
It's a trip to grandma. I don't know what's called a trip to grandmother's house. Maybe someone call it grandma, so I call my grandmother. But I didn't look at the reviews for her book, but because I was trying to promote. I don't even know how much hers costs. But she has a book too. So I don't want people to think I don't like Martell. I don't just like that everybody is acting like this book signing was like life or death. And it was the only one that can be done in America. I mean, like he can go to Canada and have one then. Like I don't get it. But anyway, anything else y'all want to say? I think I don't got nothing else. Okay, so what I heard was it was Marcel's event. He hired the event planner, and he said they had been friends since middle school. So the way it sounds like is he planned this and the date. Don't know how true that is, but that's what somebody had posted. So I don't know.
I did see on Tiffany's Instagram, she shared a delivery of flowers from
Stormy.
What was that for?
Maybe they made up.
I was just wondering because I didn't go into detail.
Okay, so JJ, which JJ's new. Hi, JJ. I like Melody and Martell. I want them both to win. Me too. I want them to move forward in peace. Me too. But I don't like he's manipulating people and they fall for it every time. And he uses the kids. And it really gets the women. Like it pulls at their culture. I don't think they used to men taking care of their kids. And so when they sit there like, oh my God, he took them to the movies. Like, oh. Yeah. And I'm like, he's trying to change. My daddy took me everywhere. But anyway. Hey Carla, did you miss us?
To change. I think Martell is changing for the better. I think he's trying to, because before he was always willing to bring everybody down with him, but today he apologized to Marsau and to Maurice about bringing up. He's trying to make it real clear he's not trying to have anybody's marriage fall apart. So he's changing in some areas that are good, and
that's a good sign.
Yeah, so he'll bring it all around.
I don't think it was really a change.
Huh?
I do think he apologized often.
Yeah, I don't think he.
You think so?
No.
Okay.
I do think that he is when he does something, he says it. Now he'll do it again, but
maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, there's no sincerity there. That's just him. But while I wanted to ask y'all, did y'all see part of the episode? They cut it off where somebody asked, did they think Marceau and Tisha, they showed Tisha love? And somebody said no.
That Tisha,
And
what now? Say one more time.
that she didn't, that in essence, they were saying was there love in that marriage.
Oh, I think
And
Oh.
somebody said no. Of course, see, the part is Tisha doesn't have common sense. When they went to Vegas and she planned this vow renewal for him, okay, and he
Yeah.
shot it. First of all, you have to understand Tisha should have understood from the get-go. The first time around when they got married, it was a shotgun wedding, okay? So,
Right.
and he didn't want to deal with Wanda, okay? But he's one of the type of men that is cheaper to keep her, and I'll do more on the side, which he clearly is doing. And so when there was an opportunity to redeem himself by showing her that he did love her, no, he was clear. I am not taking no. The first time around, y'all cocked that gun to my head. This time I ain't doing it. No. So what y'all think?
I think that what Carla answer, Carla Stormy is a new character on the show. I guess they're characters. I feel
I
like
miss
they all
to
be playing
bring
the role.
down my stuff.
And she,
Oh, the
yeah,
hair
and,
stuff,
and
yeah.
Joy has some of her stuff, and I'm gonna buy some stuff from her too because it looks like it really works. But and that's all her hair. She has a hair care line. I have Kenya Moore's hair care stuff too because I like Kenya, and it
I
works
have her
too.
stuff too.
But
Mhm.
but I try to help these people. I'm gonna buy. I might buy that little book. I don't know too many little children, but I'll probably buy a Martell book because I'm just like that, and it was only $12. I can afford that. But so that's who Stormy is. I don't know if there is love in Tish and Marceau's marriage. It's been what 15 years, so maybe it's not as romantic as it used to be. Hopefully, I don't know what y'all want to say because I'm not gonna say
You
anything
think
nice.
he shows her love?
No,
Do
I
you
don't think
get
he does on
the feeling of
camera.
love? Yeah, well.
Do y'all think he shows love on camera?
No.
No.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't.
mean, he doesn't show like he's not affectionate, but
Mhm. I believe they love
think
each other though.
I believe they
Yeah.
love each other, and I believe that Marceau
I
is a
think that's a
guy that
marriage of
puts a lot of
convenience.
stake in being able to take care of his family.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's his. There are some men that are just like that.
I agree.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. It probably is frustrating to some women. But I like it actually.
You like that but see, I feel like people are like that because Maurice and him are so totally different. Like Maurice
They
shows
really
him
are.
he loves her. Maurice shows he finds her sexy. He like
Oh,
put that
yeah.
on. I want to
My
see you
boy.
in that. You know what I mean? Where and they're not really and they're newly married, but they've been together what 7-something years since 2011 or so, or whenever they got the house.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like, and then I feel like Martell and Mel act like they really liked each other when they were together.
Oh, girl, their energy. Watch the first season,
Yeah.
first episode. You'll be giggling all the way through.
Yes.
Their chemistry is so good on the screen. Like that's
Yeah.
why we felt it.
I
That's the
loved it.
reason why there were so many people that even though we knew by
Mhm.
the third episode Martell was cheating, everybody was rooting for them, and nobody would have blamed her for staying if it wasn't so much background noise.
If it, yeah, and I think if
We
she wouldn't have
happen
got
to
pregnant
remember
too.
the background noise is not on TV.
Yeah, social media.
It's on social media, and I
Well,
think
you see, Mel is smart. She was about getting that paper.
Yeah, they
And
made the show. I mean, do you think it would have been successful if this wouldn't happen? Yeah.
I ain't gonna
Right.
say that because
No,
I actually tuned in not having a clue what it was about. I watched the first episode in real time because I had read an article that said that Alabama was getting a reality show and it was in Huntsville. And I just happened to like Huntsville. I lived in Huntsville.
Yeah.
So I was watching it from the beginning. Now, would it have been a show that I watched forever? Because I know by the first episode, I had recorded it.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I recorded it for a series, meaning that so I knew first episode. Oh, this gonna be good.
This gonna be good.
I didn't know if it was gonna be
think
good
I would
or
have
not,
watched
but
it
I
without
just
the drama.
remember. I remember the first time I looked at it and I saw how fine Martell Hope
Yes,
was.
and the way he dressed.
Yeah.
I loved his little ascots. I thought they were so neat because I don't
He
usually see
wore
men
it
in
so
those.
well. That
Yeah.
Oh,
man is so good
I
looking. And then
can't-
you get to hearing more about him, and it's like, okay, he's cute. Okay,
Okay.
time to change.
Oh, he played eye candy. Oh my goodness.
And
I never really saw him as I
And Mel and him are beautiful together. Like
Yes,
they
I thought-
together. Oh my God.
It's
Oh
like
my
looking at
God.
two models on the cover of these magazines and stuff.
Mhm.
I was
And
like,
I think the first episode, somebody needs to turn down.
yeah, I
something.
think it's Sandy maybe.
By the end of the first episode, you were, dang, I forgot my mind about two. I feel like that, that Disney movie where the guy, he changed his mind every time he say squirrel. That's
Yeah,
what I feel like.
I was just telling Kat, I feel like I got ADD or
something.
something's going on with my mind because I'll be thinking I'm gonna do something and then I'll just not do it. And then I'm like, dang,
I'm blaming it on COVID. I'm blaming it on COVID. My memory ain't been right since COVID.
I didn't even get I don't know what it is. But I like this thing right here. I pray that Martell and Melody. I think Sandy, you echo on me. Let's get it together to be cool because they can be a power couple. And I agree with that.
Sandy, you gotta turn it off.
I'm gonna mute her mic till she talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cause yeah, it's like I
pretty
think you're
much
playing
agree.
us on something else, Sandy. I do. Hold on. Kimmy is not a sit down, shut up woman, but Martell messed up real bad, and he had nothing. I don't know if he didn't have anything.
It wasn't that Kimmy was a sit down, but Kimmy did quit her job too. And now
He
you
did.
can argue
I was
and
surprised
say
about that.
that
I
she
didn't
quit
think
her
she would.
job because if y'all listen, Kimmy got a million jobs.
Uh-huh.
Because she was a nurse, she was a caterer, she do credit,
yeah.
and it was something else.
Real estate.
And real estate. I'm like,
yeah.
Kimmy do?
She do it all.
So, but she quit her job. Maurice is the same thing. He's an entrepreneurial spirit. And his thing is, forget that job. We got this. We're going to make this work. And I always did wonder exactly what Maurice did because I wasn't sure if he did that credit thing full time.
I don't know. He has to do something else.
Does he practice law? I know he's a lawyer, but
yeah, he practices. I think you know what?
New.
I don't know.
I don't know. We never seen him in no courtroom.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I honestly don't.
He could be a contract lawyer though, and deal with the real estate contracts. You'll never have to really go to court for that. So it's different forms of lawyer. He could be. So maybe he's a contract real estate lawyer.
Paper pusher. Or
he could be that kind of
briefs and stuff. Because I had a coworker who
you could.
He used to write briefs. That's what
okay.
You would.
He said he never really fought in the courtroom.
But I think COVID kind of made her quit nursing too. I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Of course, that played a role. But even before that, it could have been while it was first going on. Maurice was trying to get her to quit her job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
So I mean, they both were kind of similar in that regard.
Let me see if Sandy's mic working now. Nope. Sandy, turn off whatever. All right. So Denise posted something about what do y'all think about Ariane calling Mel a B and saying that Martell made her change her business name. What do y'all think?
Ariane said that?
She said, and this I don't know why I didn't process
it.
Because somebody had made a comment about something about her. It was
It's right here. I got his skin looks like he's been using his skincare line. And she said, nope. I made him make that B, change her skincare line.
She posted that's recent.
Yeah, she wrote that.
Yeah. That was, and she's been rude lately.
That was another.
Because I don't watch her whole thing live. I can only stomach that so much. Remember, I used to be able to say, I ain't never really watched her videos. Well, the other night somebody posted when they went to some concert, I think it was in Atlanta. And while they were there, I will say this, people are really rude to her too.
They are.
So usually it's a comeback. She just ain't just picking people to be rude, although sometimes she comes hard on the person that didn't necessarily really go hard on her.
Mm-hmm.
And so
like
it just
Melody. Why is she calling her a B?
I don't know. I think because somebody said that he was using her skincare line, and then she was like, no.
So call that person a B. Why you got to come say anything about Melody? You know what I'm saying? Why does Martell allow that?
He did it when they were married, though, right? Didn't he allow her to do
and
that?
now they're not. He can be your man. Is Melody still a B because he still don't want to marry you, or what is it? That pisses me off. I don't even know him. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know
your mouth, little
he has
girl.
anything to do with how she posting on social media,
right?
But you tell her to stop. Take that down.
So this one Joy thought was bad because somebody was like, they were out at a concert enjoying the mother of his child, and she was like, "Boo, he ate it all night."
That's just stupid. That's just stupid.
That's embarrassing.
But I do wonder, was it something else on top?
Yeah, I didn't get that part.
Yeah, like, and they just picked those two.
But it wasn't, whatever it was. If there was something else on top, I bet it wouldn't.
But you're right. It won't justify that. That's just, she's been rude. It's just, and I know that she's ticked off at people, but you can't but you're entertaining them. You're deciding to entertain them. You would go live at a concert, although I would on Facebook. I know ain't nobody gonna join but 3 people.
Right.
You know that possibly thousands can be joining while you know what I'm saying.
You can't read it.
Because
I was gonna say because some people are rude to her. I thought I got it big enough where I could see what they were saying, but I didn't.
Yeah, they people because I sat on there for maybe about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And somebody, can you imagine you get
she said not because like of him, he ain't never left my side. Oh my God.
Y'all know what? Can you imagine the inboxes she gets?
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't even care.
I don't know if she's done. I think she's still, how old is she?
31.
Okay, I'm sorry. Take it back. I thought she was still 20 something.
Okay, but look, everything she's putting out there negative, talking about what him and her do, that should be toward Mel. Mel ain't saying nothing to you. So what is it about all these other people that make her keep throwing this trash out there toward Mel? Is she that weak of a person, do you think?
Envy is an insidious disease.
I mean, just think about that. It's like, little girl, stop.
I think she honestly so.
So on the Shade Room post, Carlos gets on it and he's like, "Oh, I need to take this off. Hold on. Let me see if I can take this banner off so y'all can read it." So on the Shade Room post, about them being together, Carlos says, "Watch Love and Marriage Huntsville." And then she comes back, "That's why I'm sold out at my boutique." And I guess because he mentioned the show, she said, Martell said, "Where's the bag at?" So what do you think Martell really said this?
No.
Okay. I don't know. What do you think, Joy?
What does that mean? Does that mean where the money at?
Yeah, since you promoting on my post, because wasn't her post, but it was a post about them being together. And Carlos talking about the show. I feel like she's feeling like, if you're gonna talk about the show, where the bag at, like where I should be getting money too. Is how I took it. Okay. But I don't know if everybody else is taking it that way.
I had no idea exactly the correlation, so I did not take it that way.
I don't know.
Because I was like, where the bag and where the money at? I didn't put it together. I didn't really get it. But I guess it could be interpreted that way. Like, if you go, she's not the subject now, nor has she been. So
and it was on a post about her and Martell being together. And he's posting about the show under that. I don't think he should have done that.
Do you think that's the reason why? I wonder, is that the reason why Mel allegedly kept these babies from away for a month or so?
I don't know, but I don't understand because I feel like I would feel better as Mel if he did stay with her, because at least he risked the marriage for our marriage for somebody he's gonna be with. You know what I mean?
I told you, that messed me up. I never did understand a guy that would do that. Like if you gonna leave your family.
Right.
I mean, I would rather for you to say you really did it in the name of love or something, because this wasn't like just a hitter or quitter. I would feel better eventually about it, because once you get real love, or if that's what you've been looking for and you think you got it, go for it. But I mean, I don't understand the guy that would risk his family and not have nothing.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I just don't get her disrespect.
Like, you good enough to mess around with, have a baby with, and have an affair with for 5 years, but you are not good enough to be his wife.
I don't get that. And
so that would psychologically, if I had been that stupid for a woman, believe it or not, that look
right,
that would break the camel's back.
Right, that's it.
Not being a side chick, not being beat up on and talked about on the reality show. That would mess me up psychologically.
Like that would mess me up. I'm with you, Joy. Like
that would mess me up.
Now, why do you guys? Why
all of this stay with her?
Why does he have? Why does he stay with somebody who disrespects the mother of his kids like that? Even when she's not even talking to her or about her. I don't
because
get that.
it makes life more difficult for him.
Yeah, so
it does.
I will agree with that. He should tell her to chill on that, because he does have children. What if Ariane and he really did get married? It could be.
He ain't planning to marry her.
No.
Yeah,
I understand what he did. She needs to be thinking about it.
Yeah,
he does.
Yes,
he needs to be thinking, what if one day this guy decides to marry me? He has a 2-year-old or 3-year-old with his wife. She ain't going away no time soon.
No time.
So my life would be easier if everybody could get along.
Yeah. I made that B change the name or something.
It seems like he should be whispering that stuff to her.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have showed that quote, because Kelly is upset, honey.
I don't get that. Melody ain't said
you didn't say. I saw that. I didn't know. She's getting silly. It's just she don't need to do that, because it's just gonna make his life difficult, not hers. His.
Do you really think they live together?
I have no idea.
Because it seems like he's got to live somewhere.
Yeah, it don't even matter. But that little video she put out with them, she's all hugged up over him. Like,
yeah, I feel like this body language was not good.
Whether they live together or not, you are hanging all over the woman who trashes the mother of your 4 kids on a regular basis.
He does. He looks like the old man in the hat in the club. But I'm just not going to talk about Martell. So I'm sorry, Martell. You don't look like the old man.
You look young. I was saying it looked like he lost some weight to me.
Somebody said, who's that girl up there with Pharrell? They said it was Pharrell.
They did think it was Pharrell.
That's
because the filters on the
look
video.
At the look in her face. Like Santa Claus has just come down my chest.
Oh, it's because his face is clean.
It's because she's using a filter.
He doesn't have the hair.
I'm saying he don't have his beard.
Yeah, he don't have his beard.
Because I was just like, he looks slim. But it's probably his beard. Well, he may have lost some weight, though.
I think he has lost some weight, but stress.
I think Maurice found it.
Y'all know I need some stress.
And I will say this, I've been reading a lot of people. I don't necessarily agree with this, but I can hear it. People have been shouting out Melanie deciding to completely quiet out Martell.
Mm-hmm.
Refusing to film with him. When she got the baby, she got him on block.
Mm-hmm.
Not answering his emails or what. I don't necessarily agree with it, but there's this strong argument that people feel like he's a narcissist. Again, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I'm just having a conversation that people are saying that's how you have to quiet people like that.
Well, I would agree with that.
And so that's why she didn't respond. I didn't necessarily agree, but I thought it was an interesting argument.
That is an interesting argument. I want them to get along. Trust me, I do. I just don't feel like neither one of them are ready yet.
He doesn't want to get along with her.
I don't think they're going through this co-parenting class or anything anymore. They can't be.
Oh no.
They can't be.
And I wish, that's why I was saying when we were trying to figure out who needed to move on first, I thought it was him. I was really hopeful that Mel was really dating.
Well, she's in Jamaica with somebody.
Because she don't, well, I ain't gonna say she don't, what she's doing today, this is kind of sort of in real time. It was just a few months ago. But I really do hope she finds somebody first, because she has to move on first. For them to be cohesive.
Whether she's dating somebody or not, she is definitely trying to move on. We never hear her stay on Instagram all night and call the baby mama out of her name and trash her all day. So whether she has mentally or not, she has moved on.
She has stopped.
Her issues is with, them around co-parenting or whatever. So she has. But when you look at what this other little kid is putting out here every day about her, and then you bragging being in a picture with him, and the tongue that you toss his salad with is all up in his ear, and then by the way, your mama's a bit, come on. That's tacky. He hasn't moved on, especially if you're gonna sit and allow somebody to keep talking.
Well,
about
I don't think that's necessarily on him. I think Ariane. I hear you. I just don't think Ariane has felt like she's had a voice.
She wants people to know that he's still there with her.
Yeah,
but when you have that voice,
I don't think she. But I think that's in what she does. She's being immature about it. I don't know how you could be the bigger person. It's one thing for you to be found out that you've been somebody's side piece in a neighborhood. And it's a whole other thing to be on the national TV and the internet.
She's not the first one to have done it. But
I'm crying on that one. Oh Lord.
What we do see from her is every chance she gets, she's going in, and Mel ain't said nothing about this girl.
That's so true.
I hear you, and you're correct. But Mel has talked about that girl for years. That's the problem.
Well, she absolutely had no reason.
I agree. Look, we're there. I agree with what you're saying. I think that she has felt like she hasn't had a voice, so she's just voicing it whenever.
And she hasn't had a voice. So when she feels like she's on a platform and can talk about it, she's going to go in and call the mother of his majority of his kids out her name and trash her like that. I mean, I don't.
Even though she didn't even do anything to her, like that wasn't even about.
It freaks me out. It's like, well, where'd that come from? Where's Mel's post? Oh, I'm sorry, Mel's out there making money. Yeah, Mel's out there running her business, her life, and this little girl, Martell. That just makes me think Martell.
I think it made her mad because they equated Martell looking so fresh and clean with him using something of his ex-wife's, and she's like,
you know what? I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I just thought about that, because I was trying to figure out, what was. I didn't even think about. But he does on his face, he look young. I say he looks younger and he looks thinner.
Yeah, somebody was like they don't think she should get with Hill Harper because he doesn't marry people. He's like, I guess Common, because Common like dates people and then moves on.
Serial dater.
Yeah, so that's what it's called, a serial dater. So. I mean, I think they would make a very good looking couple. I think Hill Harper's amazing, but I don't think she needs to go with him either.
Hill Harper, how tall is he?
He's short. But yeah, he's shorter than Martell, I think. You don't need a voice when you committed adultery. Oh, okay, JJ.
Yeah, I keep going back to that. That's bitter baby mama talk. Oh, like you can't be like that forever. I heard you.
That's not bitter baby mama talk.
Bitter baby mama talk.
How is that?
Sandy, did you fix your thing?
Because every question can't be answered. Every situation can't be answered with, but you cheated. Like for how long? Yeah, I did.
The and you divorced me. So it's going on the mother of his children.
Penalized.
She's bitter, not Melody.
Penalized.
She's bitter.
That is so stupid. Everyone has always been bitter.
Joy thinking about it. I don't know. So, Joy,
As
I'm
long
asking
as
you a
you're not
question.
getting
How does
paid,
it work?
you're gonna
Is
be
Cole's
for
over here
Marianne.
calling her every name in the book, yet Melody's one bitter. Come on,
Calling her
Joy.
every name in the book. She just called her female dog.
Today.
Oh, no, B. That's
They
it.
When
But, Joy,
is
okay,
your
I have a
time up
question,
as
Joy.
the president of the Side
just
Chick
called
Club?
her female dog.
Girl.
No one finds her out. Ariane, she made herself available to be found.
She brings Martell down to me.
And
She
she's a
brings
downgrade.
him
And I like
down.
the chick. I mean, I don't
All
like
the
her.
way
I don't
down.
dislike her, but she's a downgrade
Uh,
at this moment.
Absolutely. I agree
At
with you,
this
Mom.
moment.
She
Until
is a downgrade, and he's downgraded every.
Kelly mad. Why I show that pose? Okay, so Joy, I have a question. So
Well,
say
Ariane doesn't have any class. She continually does things that shines a negative light on her, and she's not smart enough to figure it out.
Sounds like that.
Yet
Will Smith and Jada
Joy
Pinkett
thinks that it's
argument.
the bitter baby mama. Oh, come on.
you think
No,
that?
no, it's not. It's not.
Joy, okay, I have a question. So say Joy's marriage is amazing. So this is just a hypothetical. Y'all don't be trying to come for Joy in her marriage, okay? Okay, but say your boo had a side chick and y'all got a show, and then you find out and he stayed with her for 5 years, and then she want to come on the show that you and him found. You gonna let her on?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was a train wreck.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Just trying to get some ratings.
Heck yeah. Are you kidding me? Y'all, can y'all imagine the kind of conversations, how different his conversations are with her than they are with him? I mean, seriously.
It's gonna make you look better.
It probably would.
Yeah.
If
I would, especially if you
yeah.
know it was a train wreck. Absolutely. It's kind of like
Ariane is an airhead, okay? Anything she has to say is not going to be favorable. And she hasn't figured that out yet.
But I think she like that. So even if she dog you in every scene and your kids, I mean.
But see, I don't think that would happen. I think
it
could happen in arguments, but I don't ever see them interacting. That's the issue that I'm not expecting her to go on class trips and out to eat when they have discussions. I'm saying that I would have liked to see her and Martell interact. Like maybe
what if she said something bad about you though? Like in the interaction.
But to me, I would like to see.
Log on to Instagram.
I'm gonna be honest. I would like to see how he responds. Maybe he does say, "I didn't ask you not to do that." Hopefully. Just like I don't want her talking about you, I don't want you talking about her. We don't know.
Yeah,
I would like to know how he responds. Just trying to waive the mail call or how he handles that with her. I would like to see that.
I don't feel like he tells her to stop because she keep on. And
exactly.
Then he stay with her after
I don't know if he sees this. I don't know. I can't really
see it.
Martell on being online, like,
oh my goodness, he's right there with her. Just
no, I ain't never know.
Is up in his ear. She was typing. He sees it. He ain't that stupid.
I don't know.
You think so?
He might be either.
But he saw that corn one where she was like, he did this with the corn to me last night or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
How you know he saw
the corn on the cob?
How you know?
You don't think he saw that, Joy?
I mean, David don't have a clue what I post.
It's 7:00. Let's go.
We don't have. My husband don't have a clue what I post.
Okay.
I don't even know what he posts. I get inbox.
Okay, well,
he posts about me sometimes, and I'd be like, "What?" And people screenshot it and send it to me.
I mean, I would watch if she was on the show, but I think the show would go down a little bit. Like people already say they feel like the show is not focusing on the businesses and all that. If she got her on,
that was out of the window.
But I think they really be like, "Oh my god." I don't know.
I'm telling you, the comeback group ended on that episode that I was talking about last week. They couldn't agree to do them 2-3 houses, them row of houses.
Yeah.
The comeback group ended that day.
But they still could be doing it.
Episode. That was like the 7th or 8th.
Yeah, they were done. Because they met in the office, I think. Yeah. I mean, I would like to see them interact, but then not a lot though.
but
Well, I
Mel
watch it
doesn't
every
want
now
to
and
do
then.
business with them.
But I will say this: the other Love and Marriage and the other franchise that I can't think of the name of it. It wasn't Love and Marriage.
The Bell
Oprah had
Collection.
2 franchises that were with a very similar format. Love and Marriage Huntsville was his second season. They had Atlanta, it didn't do well. And so Love and Marriage Huntsville is doing well. But they had another set of shows because one was in Charlotte and one was somewhere else, and they were all Black couples. The format was identical to what we see. They just didn't do very well. I forgot the point I was going to make. What was we talking about?
Ariane being on the show and it's making it downgrade.
Oh, I still don't understand the correlation. I don't know.
I think you were saying that they probably need to stick with this format because other ones didn't make it trying to stick with it.
Oh, yeah. So
I read your mind.
Right. And although he probably did pitch it as these 3 couples in real estate and all that kind of stuff, the reality is I ain't gonna say I wouldn't have watched it, but I don't, because it has to be some drama. I would like to see a business element of it. I would like to see them working on something together. I agree with that. But I just don't see it happening.
Oh, and I want to show one
thing. They all got big heads at this point.
So on this little thing, it says Martell Holt. Now, I do got a picture of the book, but I feel like he was trying to promote his brand. Did he have a calendar? Let me look. It don't say Martell Holt and the kids. He wanted Mel there so he could promote a family unit, and he knows she would have brought the people in. I'm just saying, y'all. What else?
Thank you.
Do I have anything else? I'm trying to look. Oh, okay. So the preview that's coming up, Kimmy is the bone collector. Do y'all not agree? Did you see the preview?
Yes. Yeah.
Where she went and she was like, Tish.
She told everything that was said at the
Yeah.
Yeah, she gonna be the bone collector.
She had to do that though.
She had to.
She had to. Melanie placed her in a situation where she was forced to. And really, if her cousin was truly, her cousin, she wouldn't allow the whole situation to happen, but she would have at least picked up the phone and kind of warned her.
Have you seen the interactions with her cousin?
Her cousin ain't no joke.
Woo! She's smart though. She can read and write. I tell you,
something happened with them.
She ain't like them. She's a teacher. She's a professor. Joy, did you know that? She's an English professor. You can tell she can read and write.
Yeah, she said. I didn't know that. Stormy said, not Stormy. In the post, one of the posts, she insinuated that somebody is a thief.
Yes, I wonder who she's talking about.
Did she call him a?
We know it's Wanda.
Allegedly.
Wanda that stole some extra blue magic for them finger waves.
For the finger waves.
And what else did she say? You could see them going backwards and forward.
They was going at it.
Something about, so we being real, huh? Yeah. And she was just like, oh, I'm being real. You know that I'm real.
Kiki ain't playing. I mean, woo.
Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, Kiki.
I didn't screenshot it, but
get her on the show. I mean, do you think about Portia and her family? I'm starting to want to get more about Wanda and them family.
Ooh, everybody else talking about they dirt on, but I don't know. I don't want to
be on the map.
And Micah said that too. That all the ladies are liars, baby. Yeah, Micah even got in it. That's the brother. She called Marceau Thunder Thighs. I was like, oh.
Who's
Kiki? She said, you better quit talking to me like that, Thunder Thighs, because I tell all your business or something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
That is a mess.
She said she knows.
Allie over there playing letter game.
Allie, she always playing.
Yeah,
what else?
Sometimes it helps me not say the wrong thing.
Message. And then I don't know if this is true, but next week Mel's gonna tell Tiff she didn't find out to the day before. I don't know if that's really true or not. I feel like she maybe didn't read the email to the day before, but I do not think he would have waited to the day before.
She told her mom.
You don't think Martell would wait till the day before?
A couple days ago, she tried to switch it up with her mama.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. But let's talk about one. I have one more thing. Potomac is going through some things. So all the OGs were there. Mia's skin really right here. I don't know. But Katie looks good. That's Candace and Chris. That's Wendy them. What is Katie doing right here?
Dancing with Ray.
Girl, I'm gonna post that video later. But I think it's either gonna be Denise said she thought it was everybody talking about Mia lying about the cancer. I don't know if that's what it is. I think it's Karen and Candace fighting. So we'll see if they're the new people going at it or not.
I really hope they don't go into that whole cancer's not real stuff. That's not gonna be cool.
I don't.
I was like, they did that on Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
So I'm hoping it's not that. But I'm thinking, I don't know. We shall see.
I think it's Candace and
now. When his Karen's show came on TV yet, or what's happening?
No.
Is it going to come on right before Atlanta? Do we know? It's 2 episodes. So I don't know if it's going to come on right after Candy and be with Atlanta and the 2 little episodes until something else comes. I don't know if I'm going to watch it, but I might.
Yeah.
Y'all been watching Candy?
Okay.
You watch anything past the first episode?
I do not.
Wait, I'm gonna catch up on my DVR. I got the first one. I just need to watch the other.
You still on
Kelly, this is the 4th week.
Right.
You have
watched it.
I watched the first episode. I'm like, I watched the first episode.
I got them all recorded. But the pictures that they put out about the dirty dishes, the food, the bugs in the sink, did y'all see all that stuff?
I'm not.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Why would she allow them to do that to her restaurant?
She's not there all the time, you know. She expects some people that are working there to do their job. I don't know what Todd is doing or not doing, but she's not there all the time. Sometimes these business owners have to trust other people to run their stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks like maybe in her case it's not working out too well.
So I'm
gonna watch though, doggone it.
Do you have any closing words? If not, I'm gonna put up our stuff.
No words.
I did not watch. I meant to watch New Jersey and I forgot because I thought we was gonna do that too, but I don't forget. But I am gonna catch up because the posts that I've been seeing have been so good.
We were supposed to watch New Jersey for today.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't.
But I forgot. So.
Okay. I love Jersey. Y'all tripping.
I mean, the posts have been so good.
Well, I'll watch it. Yeah.
Candy show is good in my opinion. If you look at it in a way of supporting Black businesses, then it's not for you because you can't support it. Is that what you're saying?
Because it's some of the issues, maybe.
Some of the issues that's with it. Hopefully, if she watches it, she'll see the things she needs to fix.
You know what? I'm going to be sad when they have to go on there talking about Todd and the mom and them and how they not. He walks away and says, "Oh, y'all shady." Have y'all seen that preview?
Yeah, because it's something about they say his name ain't even on the house or something. Why are they doing that?
To embarrass him, to put him in this place.
Oh, well.
Thank you. Yeah, I hate to say that, but I believe that.
I don't like that.
Like, because
one with the deep
his mother
pocket.
actually said on camera once, "I need you. I don't want to buy this house because if you choke on a chicken bone, he'll put me out on the streets." I remember that.
Who said that? Her mama.
Her mama. Yeah.
I'll never. She said, "If you choke on a chicken bone."
No.
Yes, she did.
Sorry, I'm on my screen. No.
I remember. It's certain things that stick out in my head. That was one of them. And I was sitting up there saying, dang, like
they make such a good couple, but I am surprised that they actually went through with the wedding. I didn't think he was
because wasn't it like a prenup or something else? I didn't watch it.
Well, she refused to get married without a prenup, and he was just like, they were running out of time.
Yeah.
The only lawyer he could even get to look at it was allegedly Nene's lawyer.
Yeah.
Everybody lawyer in Atlanta.
Well,
and then Candy said, "What, you want my money?" or something like that. I mean,
no, she didn't.
To him. Yes, she did. I just didn't think they were gonna.
And he had to sign one blind.
Right.
No,
He ended up. It was just blind.
But it seems like everything's been working out. But I didn't think it was gonna happen.
The lawyer told him that he wouldn't sign it.
So with the prenup though, hopefully, since he didn't read it, was everything they built now, they can split.
Yes.
Hopefully. But we don't even know that. He didn't even know that though.
One thing we know that was put in there is that he has 30 days to move out.
Shut up.
Remember that part? Yes.
Yeah.
He said you're
Like,
giving
yeah.
me like 2
Look,
weeks or whatever.
I never watched any of her wedding specials, any of her other specials when they went skiing or whatever, but I watched that. And I
Yeah,
remember
I did
thinking,
too.
you know, it's an unfortunate. I know why he's not producing.
That's so
Because
sad.
producing is a gig.
Mm-hmm. And
Unless she's
he
selling the
is going to be
show.
away too much.
Yeah. And so he had to come up with a way to make a whole lot of money for the family. It was smart of him. It was even a good business move to put the three aunties, his biggest adversary. So that meeting with talking around him, that's to put you in your place.
That's so sad.
That's
Yeah, it is. That's going to be hard to see.
Oh my God. But I think any tenant situation you have, maybe marriage is different. Don't you have 30 days where you gotta, and then you can leave?
I would hope marriage is
I don't know.
Who was that? Was that the girl?
That's how they treat him, like a tenant.
Who was the girl? And didn't that happen with the girl in New York, Bethany?
Yeah,
with her husband or something.
Jason.
He ended up there for like a couple years though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
because I think I want to say she referenced it in the conversation because it's a show that I would. It was a housewife that I didn't watch.
Okay,
I think she referenced it. Like, you not, and I gotta fight you to get out of my house, like so and so, and I'm almost positive she said that.
That is,
and when Candy talks, she, I don't think she's trying to be disrespectful to Todd, right. But when they're talking about money and finances, she runs the show.
She
and it comes across in her conversation, and it makes him look small.
It does.
Oof.
I don't know how he puts up with that.
Maybe the good outweighs the bad, because
I don't really know, but one of the things I think Todd thought he was going to get away with it. Because she had been talking clearly about a prenup, and he kind of pushed it off. When somebody presents you with a prenup, you say, no, I want this, you negotiate. He never did his part. Yeah. So because you kept waiting, last minute. And because I can even remember saying, well, what happens if he don't sign it? Candy said, we're going to have a big party.
And you knew she meant it. She was not going to marry him.
She was like, we're going to have a big party.
Similar thing happened to Greg and Nene. Remember, Greg didn't sign that thing till the last minute, and Nene wasn't having it.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
And Cynthia didn't get a prenup, right?
Nene, God, for the second time.
But Cynthia. I have a question. That show, the Black Network or whatever, is gone, right?
Oh, the
Cynthia's husband, yes.
The news, its last day was Thursday.
So what are they doing for money?
And they didn't. Well,
is he a lawyer? No, that's
he still has.
She's been acting and stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
Isn't she on the show this fall or something?
She is. Well, I don't know. I know Phaedra is. She still has her wine, her balloons.
Oh yeah, her glasses. Yeah.
She has a few things. Huh?
She does modeling too as well.
She still models?
Yes.
So she has a few things going on.
That'll be all right. I just be worried about them. Like they got.
I just hope they stay together.
I wouldn't stay in California though. I wouldn't stay in California.
It's too expensive.
But
I'd be right up there on where she live in the woods. That's where I'd be.
Bailey at the lake.
At the
lake is better than staying in LA.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'd be right there in the woods.
It's so expensive to stay in LA.
I would not stay there.
Her house. Yeah. So if it goes south, she just goes back home. That's all.
Everybody from California is moving to Nashville. That's why the prices in Nashville are skyrocketing. Because we have so many people from California here now. It's crazy.
Really? Wow.
It's just crazy.
How do you go from California to Tennessee?
I don't understand why they're here. But I think it's because like a house
just read a book for a girl who moved from New York
$6 million, and here it's like $500,000. And they're like, oh, I can get all this house for, and so they're selling their houses, making all this big profit, and moving to East Nashville, which used to be a black, now it's gentrified. But yeah.
So I think that the South, because I always saw myself living in the South, older. It's something that's kind of laid back about it. And we know that it has some big city issues, but it's something, I like the slowness of the South.
I do too.
I
That
like
is
the
true. People work
slowness.
remote. Yeah, they do work remote now, so they can still work their
Mhm.
jobs and still. But I think wouldn't you still have to pay like a state tax? I don't know, but they can figure that out. But anyway, so
Yeah.
anything else, ladies?
Mm-mm.
Callie made us a new thing. Let's see if I can pull it up. I thought I loaded it.
Did you put one with the? Oh, okay. I didn't think you got it on there.
Okay. Why does it say auto, Callie? Is that on me or just you?
I
I
see it
I
here
see
too.
auto.
I do too.
Is that on the picture itself?
Yeah, it's on the
Oh,
picture.
yeah, honey, we'll need to correct that. Okay.
But
I'll send that
anyway,
to you.
here's a little one. Here's another one. Joy, I love this one because Joy's slaying on something. It just looked like something she do. But but yeah, but I'm holding it, honey. I got the T and a bandana, so I'm the hip one of the group. I just want y'all to know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
And you
anyway.
got your well. See, you also the red thing is flowers, so you can give flowers
Oh
to
yeah,
women
look
that
at that.
deserve it, honey.
Oh,
Okay,
Kelly
you got
love.
to see the flowers. Yeah.
But anyway, be sure to follow us on all of our social media. We're growing. Our Instagram has really grown a lot. I don't know if you noticed, Callie, but it's like doubled here lately.
Yeah.
And so y'all continue to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe and like our YouTube page. Anything else, ladies?
No.
I gotta figure out how to take this off so we can piece them out. Oh no, we
Denise, you need to join us again, and Sandy and whoever
yeah, and Sandy, I think you're not on mute anymore. You got more.
Oh, I love the show. I love participating.
Yeah.
Most times you have me in the back, and I'm waiting to enter.
I don't even see you till later. I'll be like, oh Lord, Sandy trying to get in. So message me.
You guys help her because I know it's part of the show, so she can't do everything. So
yeah,
I'm patient. I love being on this.
Thank you all for
it's fun.
Thank you all for joining us. This was a great one. And
we did not.
We all kind of go at it. Sometimes we love each other. So anyway, y'all want to piece it out?
Peace.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week about 4:30. We're gonna do it again.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.